What's up, guys? Josh, aka Cronin, here with another feature match, joined again by Andy or Montolio, and
Guys,
we've got Gainsbanding against 1,000,000 words. So, and Gainsbanding was talking to me before the match. It sounds like it's basically a 75 card mirror for them because Pete sort of used one of his decks to build off of. So, should be
hardly
interesting.
fair. Hardly fair, Josh.
Yeah, I think Gainsbanding might know what's in the deck then.
And probably a slight advantage as to how it plays out.
I know one of his things he was talking about was Sea Singer in the sideboard, and they've both got it, so that'll be interesting.
For sure.
They'll just be stealing each other's creatures.
So, 1,000,000 words here has actually landed a Dark Confidant, which is not a small thing in this match.
Yeah, it seems like a big advantage.
Definitely.
Ooh, Dismember, though.
Well, that's a pretty expensive dismember, but yeah, had to be done. So we'll see if he has the force here.
He does.
Yeah. Absolutely a good thing to force.
Question is, was Gainsbanding just baiting him, not countering it the first time?
Yep, be a smart play. Well, we'll see if he follows up with a force of will here or a daze.
Yeah,
Actually,
David.
do they have dazes, Josh?
I'm not sure. I'm going to pull up their deck list.
Unfortunately, I don't have their list up right now. That's the problem when you're at the cottage and you're on the little Mac versus your twin screen at home. Not as easily accessible.
Oh, he's got a
There
lightning bolt.
it is. There it is. So Pete's expended more of his hand here.
He's got another counter. He can still fill it up pretty quickly, though.
Mm-hmm.
So Pete was actually who Zach was paired up against in the first round. I think they took a bye because Pete was gone with Gen Con.
Yeah.
Or took a draw.
What's Zach actually bringing in?
He's got like a white, blue, black with his favorite card, Geist of St. Traft.
Oh, yes. Okay, he did mention that actually. Okay, so Wasteland on the tropical island into Brainstorm here. Pete has well brainstormed.
So it looks like the creature package for both of them is the same. 4 Dark Confidant, 4 Delver, 4 Snapcaster, a Sower, and a Trigon. And they do have a couple of dazes. They've got the quad Missteps and the quad Lightning Bolts.
Yeah, this will be a really interesting match to see how it plays out.
2 Dismembers main. And actually, it looks like Gainsbanding went with Diabolic Edicts as well, so there are a couple of cards different.
Oh, nice. Too bad he couldn't get that daze down when he had that Wasteland on there.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, that was pretty nice play, because in this deck you don't need too much mana. I beg your pardon. So Gainsbanding has now drawn a Sensei's Divining Top, which is a pretty good card in a mirror match. So it allows you to filter better than your opponent.
And they both have 20 lands, so neither of them are cheating very badly compared to what we've seen some of these decks run.
Mm-hmm. I believe my first round opponent had 19 lands.
4 Wastelands always makes it a little trickier, but
Yeah. I would almost call 20 lands cheating, but yeah, if you get up against spheres, it's definitely on the low side.
yeah, they gotta hope for quick Delver, Quick Dark Confidant, something like that to get the card advantage going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed you actually drew a fellow clanmate this round.
Yep.
Mr. Eternal Hammer.
Yep.
In his Doomsday build.
His first... He didn't get to play his first round either, so... We'll get to see how that Doomsday build works. It's a cool list.
Oh, Doomsday's a sexy deck. Very complex to play. But if you can get it to go... And it's a pretty resilient deck. I've taken a look at his shell. It's pretty good.
So it looks like Gainsbanding is just digging with the top.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Trigon, maybe? Yep.
Nice. Still a lightning bolt away from dying, but I bet you these are going to be some pretty long matches.
Yeah, Pete doesn't have any red mana yet, which is one drawback for him.
That's a very good point. There's a long ways to go before Trigon's going to finish him off here.
Yeah, that's true.
So Pete seems to have himself a plethora of mana here, and is probably holding up some counter spells.
Yeah, they don't have that many hard counters. There's no...
They're running Pierces? Or just Days, Misstep, and Force?
I think it's just Days, Misstep, and Force.
There's a good one.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any mana drains or spell pierces or anything.
Do we have a lightning bolt here? Yes, we do. Well, that lightning bolt going through, that makes me think that Gainsbanding's got a definite leg up here. I wonder if he's just got land over there. Because anything would have got rid of that.
He's still got his 4 Dark Confidants available, or I mean his 4 Snapcasters, so he can reuse that stuff at any point here.
Yep. That is a very good point, Mr. Josh. Now he's got 3 mana to do it.
We are 7 turns from lethal. There's the red mana, though.
Yeah. Well, Gainsbanding's got some minor card advantage here in the top, and an extra card in his hand, so that may come into play here. So there's a lightning bolt, trying to move his Trigon, and he cannot protect it.
There must be something on top that he wants, because he's still got that shuffle effect with Scalding Turn.
Yeah. He might, we'll see what he does. Does he cast something here, or does he end of turn shuffle the deck? He gets 2 peaks here, which is not insignificant.
Yeah, it looks like just flooding on the table there.
Oh, so he didn't even look Gainsbanding there. He just shuffled.
Yeah, so he already knew, I guess. Hardcast, Force the Will.
And Days will fix that pretty quick.
Yep. He only has 1 more Days, so. And he does not have Snapcaster mana available.
So,
wonder how he got that unglued island. That is nice.
Isn't it something? So it looks like 1 million words just passes the turn, 2 cards in hand, and Gainsbanding has wastelanded his volcanic island at the end of 1 million words turn.
Yeah, I think the red source is the the biggest thing here in this mirror match.
Another dark one. How many are they running, Josh? Are they running 4 volcanic islands?
They only have 2.
No other red source.
No, no basics.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, they've got the 1 basic island, but no basic mountain or anything.
So that could be that's a battle of attrition to see who can keep their
Ooh,
volcanic islands around the longest.
another Snapcaster here.
So must be going for what can he cast out of his graveyard to kill a confident. I don't think he has anything, does he?
He's got I mean, he can brainstorm.
Yeah, that's about it.
But taking that red source was pretty key there.
Absolutely. Well done, Gainsbanding.
Maybe he's got 3 Elvish Spirit Guides in hand, and he's going to flash back a Force of Will hard cast.
I would be damn impressed if that was the case. So you're right. Brainstorm. I'm not sure what he'd be looking for there.
Ooh. Gets misstepped, though.
It's worth it.
Yep.
Card advantage with a Sensei top.
Yeah, he can keep himself alive and draw the cards.
If he even gets 1 turn off that, I think that's going to be enough to put him ahead here permanently.
Now he can look for a couple of Delvers or Snapcasters. And ooh.
Very nice.
Interesting that he chose to just pay 1 black mana into that, so he has something.
Maybe his own Dark Con. He didn't do anything last turn.
Yeah, no.
Let me pull off a counter spell here.
It would have to be a force. Now Gainsbanding is on the very quick 5-turn clock with Snapcaster.
Very tight.
This is just a war of attrition here. We're already on turn 12.
Most mirrors are.
With 28 cards between the 2 graveyards.
Okay. So must be getting a lightning bolt here, I would suspect.
So that could get dazed or misstepped. So you'd have to tap out for that.
Okay.
Double value off those cards is so good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't play a whole lot of Snapcaster type builds, but I always find myself liking the card more and more when I see the value that it gives you. It's really so great.
It's funny that it's sort of fallen out of favor, but I think people.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it's
tons of people are playing
compared to what it was hyped up at. There's more like 4 Delver builds than there are 4 Snapcaster builds. I think people were expecting a little too much in the beginning. People were thinking like, oh, I can
in hand, in my opinion.
I can demonic tutor a second time or whatnot, but it's more valuable for stuff like the lightning bolt there or a brainstorm or something.
Yeah, going into a demonic tutor or something is just a little bit more late game.
Just too dirtily.
But insanely powerful.
Oh, yeah. It's great if you can do it and not get disrupted or anything, but...
Good word. So, we've got Gainsbanding with a Snapcaster Mage on board versus an unflipped Delver.
Oh, the sour.
Power move here, Sour of Temptation lands. One card in hand for Pete Jan.
He does
Looks
have
like he
his
is.
Misty Rainforest, so he can go get that second volcanic at will here.
Yeah, the question is, does he have a card of any value in his hand?
Yep.
And we're going off the top blindly. Quite often, as you know, that does not bode well.
And now it's a legitimate clock to have probably 7 power worth of guys, considering the Sensi top on the table. Oh. Gets his Delver back.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Jan has had some timely removal.
Yeah, I think they both have done pretty well with that. There's the Diabolic Edict.
Gotta love that card.
Such a sweet card.
Nothing better than when you cast that on a Blight Steel on the other side of the table.
If only it was foil. Foil ones are so good looking.
Josh, I think everything looks better in foil.
You might be right. Except for From the Vault lands.
Whatever.
Did you see the new Ancient Tomb?
No, I haven't seen them.
With silver bordering? Ugh.
Yeah, if it doesn't have the black border on it, never a fan. So, Josh, I'm saying that Mr. Gainsbanding is swinging the tempo in his favor here.
He is very close now.
Getting close to lightning bolt range.
Yeah.
Once again, he's got that one card advantage.
And he can shuffle his deck again now, so he can
Not
do
a
some
small
digging to find anything he needs.
He has to see 6 cards.
And both down to 34, so there's not near as many cards to dig through. Pete does have 3 cards in hand now, though, so.
Well,
He's in tough territory, though.
yeah, he's a lightning bolt down for lethal here right now, so it's counter it or die. And he has to force it,
Had to force it.
leaving with 1 card in hand for Mr. Jan, and he has to be able to stop the Snapcaster because there's lethal on the table. And Gainsbanding is digging for a response to that Force of Will, trying to end it right here. Yeah, and he has actually drawn a card with a Sensei top. So,
Oh. Nature's Claim in response.
I don't think that's that big of a deal right now, though.
Yeah, I mean.
He's drawing a card for
Oh, he
to
still
kill
gets,
him right here.
yeah, he still does get the card. I was thinking it would fizzle the trigger, but you're right.
Yeah, there it is. Double Force. This is a good game. So Gainsbanding has taken game 1 of the match.
That was a pretty sweet game. What was that, like turn 15 or 16?
Probably 16, 17 would be my guess.
Yeah. All right,
Alright, so we're
guys,
back on.
we are back for game number 2. And they're actually not too bad on time, surprisingly, for so many turns in game 1.
Not too shabby. So Gainsbanding won the first game. And that will put Mr. 1 million on the play here.
Did he mulligan there? I think he may have.
Yep. He went down to 6, turn 1 Delver.
Yep.
Which, as you all may know, is a pretty nifty turn 1 play.
They both got it.
But Pete's got the volcanic up.
Yep.
For lightning bolt. But you got to be very judicious how you use your lightning bolts in this match. I would almost be hesitant to play it on anything that's not a dark confident, because I think whoever gets the dark confident in this match would just put them far enough ahead to win.
And then the sideboard was a Sea Singer, 2 Trigons.
Yeah.
I would consider a Yixla Jailer, maybe?
I don't think Yixla Jailer stops too much. It doesn't stop Snapcaster, does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does stop Snapcaster.
I think so. I don't think you can play it out of there. Because Flashback is a ability, right, that it wouldn't have?
Fair enough.
I don't know. I think so.
I remember reading something about that somewhere. I was kind of thinking that it did indeed override it, but I could be completely wrong on that. What you're saying makes perfect sense.
Who's to say?
It's kind of an important thing to know, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah. I guess I just won't play Snapcaster Mages.
Yeah, as I say, that's it's not something I play too often either.
Ooh.
It's pretty nifty.
Well,
he didn't flip his. Pete didn't flip his 2 in a row.
Yeah, depending on how many pieces of removal Pete has in his hand, we may have a bit quicker of a match here, or game here.
Yeah. Well, if he flips here, I would suspect it will be quicker. Yep. That will make it quicker every time. Mental mistake. Okay. Even blind, these decks have a good ratio of flipping.
Yep, we got a flip here.
There it goes. Good game.
Doesn't it reveal the card to us?
I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Pete is throwing out his good games here.
To your opponent.
So I think that means I'm going to celebrate with a rum and coke, Josh.
Oh, were you rooting for Gainsbanding?
No.
Just celebrating the fact that a game has been won by someone?
That's it. At the cottage, and you run out of reasons to celebrate, so that's how I'm dedicating this one.
That's a good idea.
I'm just full of them, Josh.
I just don't understand where he got actual alpha or beta tropical island here.
Alpha, beta, what?
He got an actual beta tropical island. This is crazy.
That's freaking amazing. I wonder how I got him.
I don't know.
Some pathetic sop was fooling around with their importing of pictures, perhaps.
Maybe. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like that's
Congratulations, Gainsbanding. And good luck next round, fellas.